And for the last lesson of Unit 3, we are going to be covering the last property that we didn't cover yesterday, which is the distributive property. Now, I'm going to go through just a couple slides, and then I'm going to go onto an IXL page and do some examples to show you. The biggest key with this lesson is figuring out the differences between these three things. Okay, so the first thing we should notice, if these are split up like this, is that the second two are both have two pieces in the middle. For this top one, this is just one piece in the middle, and since there's always a multiplication sign, if there's no symbol already there, it's just a multiplication sign, and that we would just do 2 times 3 to give us 6n. Okay, and for this bottom one, there is a symbol already there, and it's just an addition sign. So actually, we can ignore these parentheses, and this is just 2 plus 3 plus n, which means we can add those two together to give us 5 plus n. And the last one is what we're actually going to cover today. So for these first two, make sure that if you see them, and they're just there to try to trick you, okay, that if you have the plus sign in between these two numbers, you can just ignore the parentheses. If you have the multiplication sign, but you only have one term in the middle, you can just multiply straight out. The bottom one is called the distributive property. So what the distributive property is that we're going to take this number on the outside, and we're going to distribute it to both numbers in the middle. And that works because, let's pretend this x is just 2. So 2 plus 3. If we were going to do this as just an order of operations problems, 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 10. Well, if we're going to do it the distributive property way, we would go 2 times 2, because those two numbers would be multiplied together, plus 2 times 3, which is 4, plus 6, which equals 10. And you would say, well, that seems like a ridiculous way to solve that problem because you could just multiply it out normally. But now we have some variables mixed in here, and we can't do it the long way. So the distributive property says we do 2 times x, which is 2x, and then 2 times 3, which is 6. And since there was a plus sign in the middle, we're going to keep it right there, and we get 2x plus 6. Down here is the same idea. 3 times b is 3b. 3 times 4 is 12. And the symbol in the middle is going to be a subtraction sign, because that's what we had before. Over here, we're going to distribute these. 6 times 3 is 18x. 6 times 4 is 24. And it's just a plus sign in the middle. Here we distribute. 5 times 2 is 10y. 5 times 8 is 40. And we have a subtraction sign in the middle. Okay, so it's a very easy method, but you have to remember that trick. Draw those two lines or multiply across those two lines. Don't add, always multiply. So try these on your own and see what you get. This first one should have been 3x minus 12. We'll do over here. This should be 9y plus 9. This should have been 10b plus 5. And this should have been 16a plus 32. And that's it. Now there's the actual lesson I wanted to go through with you. So like we talked about at the beginning, we have those 3 parts. Okay, let's see if I can get, I was hoping that would pop up. It's not going to work for me. But I was hoping we would get, just a thing, but we'll use this to help us. Okay, so for this one up here, we have 2 plus h. So 2 plus h plus 2. Now, this is different than a distributive property problem because we have that plus sign located right there. Therefore, all we have to do is ignore the parentheses. So we get 2 plus h plus 2. and then we just add the regular numbers. So it becomes 4 plus h, which should give us the answer. Yep. So then for this one here, we have, I really wish that pen was located up higher, but it's not going to let me. So then for this one, we have 2 parentheses, 1 plus 2q. Well, this one we don't have the addition sign mixed in, and we do have 2 pieces in the middle. Therefore, this is a distributive property problem. So we distribute. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4, and we put the q on the end, and the symbol in the middle is a plus. Now, the commutative property tells us we can also write this in reverse order. So you could write this as 4q plus 2, but either way is fine. Okay, and that one we just did. So this one, whoa, I lost it. We have 4 parentheses, 2 plus 3n. Well, for this one, we're going to distribute because we don't have that addition sign in the middle, and we get 8 plus 12n. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit to try to get a different one. I will find the one I'm looking for. Okay, so here's a different one to look at. So then we have q plus 1 plus 4 with the parentheses here. Now this one is not a distributive property because we have that addition sign right there. Therefore, we can ignore the parentheses and write it like that. And now we just add the 1 and the 4 together. So we get q plus 5. Or you could write this as 5 plus q. It would be the same thing. All right. The other one that we want to keep our eyes open for is, like we talked about at the beginning, if you're given a problem like this, 2 times parentheses 3n, and since that's one term in the middle and there's no addition or subtraction sign, it's just the 2 times the 3 to give us the n on the back. Okay? I just want to show you as many examples as I could here so you wouldn't be too shocked if you saw any of them. Questions, please ask me.